I've been in Time Chamber a lot. I currently have 8 slots. Most of them are nearing level 100. I actually know how to get 45 levels within Time Chamber in one sitting. And most people that I've seen explain this topic have gotten it pretty wrong. I'm going to explain exactly how it works to you guys and possibly give you a scope or an idea of how to use your time chamber time so you don't like waste it and then get like 3 levels for being in the time chamber. Okay, so first off, I want to say that do not go in time chamber on a fresh slot. If you just made a slot today, like these 2 slots I just made, Majin and Android, they're level 1, don't go in time chamber. Matter of fact, don't go in time chamber within the next week or even 2 weeks. The reason is because you do not start out with full potential on fresh slots. Let me say that again. You do not start out with full potential on fresh slots. I estimate that you start out with like 30, 40, or 50% potential, but you do not have maxed out potential. And the reason I figured this out is because I've started out on like 5 different new slots, just testing the same theory. One recent one was this Jiren slot right here. So I got this Jiren slot to level 50, and then I went inside of Time Chamber, and I ended up getting 45 levels or 44 levels. I'm currently right at soft cap or about to be at soft cap on this slot. And the reason I was able to do that is because I had, I think, max potential and I had an XP boost. But I've also done this without an XP boost. On my alien, I went in without an XP boost at level 30, and I ended up at level 65, I believe. So that was with like near max potential on both of those slots. You don't want to go in on any slot at level 1 because of course you're not going to be able to fight anybody. You're not going to have the skills that you need to actually like maximize your time in there. In my opinion, I think you guys should be using Mach Kick. You guys should be using Mach Kick and Black Kame if you have it, or any other Kame. So don't go in Time Chamber until you have Mach Kick. That's like a hard cutoff. Don't go in Time Chamber without it. Because if you like spam Mach Kick and then Black Kame right after, it is honestly amazing. Next thing I want to say is you probably should actually go in with somebody, believe it or not. A lot of people I've like talked to have been like asking, hey, is Goku better to fight than like a person, sparring with a person in Time Chamber? In my opinion, no. I've had other people say yes, but from all the times I've been in Time Chamber, it's been wildly better to fight a person and not actually fight them. It's just back and forth, Mach Kick and Black Kame. That is going to get you the most levels in the best amount of time. Unless Snake nerfs it, which I don't think he will. Honestly, I hope not, because that would be messed up. But other than that, another thing you need to understand is your potential is not affected by your other slots. It's not affected by your other slots. So if I just leave these slots there for a week or 2, and I'm like consistently playing on my human Saiyan or any of my other slots, then their potential will still be building. Another thing is that if I play on my Majin slot, my potential is still building because I don't go in Time Chamber. You're not losing potential from playing the game. So basically your daily quests and everything, or at least this is in my experience, I've done daily quests and my potential hasn't been affected at all. I've done a lot of different things and my potential has not been affected. and I've used like double XP, I've used non-double XP. Like, for instance, on this Frieza slot, I basically, okay, on 3 different slots, I went in the time chamber at level 50. On my Saiyan slot, I had, I believe, 1 week of potential, and I ended up at level 85 with double XP. On my Jiren slot, of course, I was level 50, ended up at 94 with 2 weeks of potential. And on my Frieza slot, actually, I got level 50 and only got 14 levels, actually. And the reason I only got 14 levels was because it was a fresh slot, like I was talking about earlier. Another thing that you guys probably should know is that it actually does matter. Like, the time you take in your potential, it really, really does matter. I've talked to a decent amount of people again, and they were like, well, the difference isn't all that much. It is pretty substantial. I wouldn't go in time chamber every day at all. There is literally 0 reason to go in time chamber every day if you're like playing the game a lot. The reason I say that is because if you go in there and then you don't get a level, or you only get 3 levels, like, it's not really worth it. I'd rather just like wait the week and then go in there and get like 30 levels. But that's just me. I know a lot of other people probably would like not want to or whatever. I don't know why. But hey, if you're like really high level, just don't go in time chamber. Like, literally do not go in time chamber until you have max potential, because at least you'll get a level from that. Another thing you guys need to know is that I also do believe there is an XP drop off at some point. Like, the higher level you get, I don't believe I think it's one is right after soft cap. So you should know that. One is definitely right after soft cap, but it's not as bad as people, I believe, think. It's definitely like, because, okay, so for my human, I got like 3 levels. I think last time I went in time chamber. No, I think it was actually like 5 maybe. Okay, I got 5 levels last time I went inside of time chamber. And the reason I got that was specifically because I was right below soft cap, and then I went over soft cap, and it was like, I think a week, or no, I think it was 3 days of potential. I had 3 days of potential on my human slot, and I ended up getting 5 levels, and that was 2 levels over soft cap. So definitely, I'd say wait. I definitely say wait. If you're above soft cap, just don't go in time chamber. It's not worth it. Right now, at least. Another thing is, in my experience, time chamber is actually worth it. So a lot of people, like, if everything I've told you right now doesn't seem like time chamber is worth it, I 100% believe it is worth it. Like, at first, I wasn't really sure, but as I like began playing the game more and went in time chamber a lot more, and now that I understand time chamber, it's pretty worth it. So definitely get it if you can, or probably get somebody to like leech off of. Go in their time chamber. So anybody that does have time chamber, actually, you definitely should let people in your time chamber. And the level barely matters. Like, believe it or not, I've went in time chamber with people that are like 30 levels above me, and we both still get levels pretty consistently. I don't think the level, like the level that you have to be, is that close. I know a lot of people are like, hey, you get more XP if you're fighting somebody like close to your level. I think that might be like 1 in 50. Like, you have to be within 50 levels of that player. I could completely be wrong, but that's what I've been seeing, at least with like the times I go in the time chamber with somebody, and I'm still leveling pretty consistently even though they aren't. Honestly, I would go to so far as to say I don't even think level matters that much in Time Chamber. All it is straight potential. I could absolutely be wrong, but that's pretty much what I've been like seeing. Because on my Jiren slot, I was level 94, or at least I was level 90 still getting levels, and my partner was like level 60. And that was pretty upsetting for him, at least. But that was because he had like less potential than my Jiren slot. So yeah. Really, the last thing I want to go over about Time Chamber is explaining XP boost. XP boost, I do believe work in Time Chamber, but probably not how you think. I don't think that your potential is affected by the XP boost. So you're still going to get like less levels the moment you hit your potential cap. But you're going to be able to get your levels a whole lot faster with the double XP. So on my Jiren slot, I'm going to keep referencing my Jiren slot because that's kind of where I figured everything out on. I actually don't believe I hit my potential cap while I was in the Time Chamber. The reason is because I never had a level drop off while I was in there. I was pretty much getting a level every single minute or even multiple levels a minute. And that was consistent throughout the entire time in the Time Chamber. That's what it's like if you have near max potential. So you probably won't even be able to get all of your like levels in the Time Chamber with max potential, which is crazy. But I will say that because I had double XP, I was able to get more of my levels off, or more of my potential like unleashed or whatever. That's not really a pun, but I don't really know how to explain it the best way, but the best way possible would be that, let's say with a double XP boost, you're probably going to be getting a level every 60 seconds. But if you had max potential, but if you didn't have that, you would be getting a level every 2 minutes. But it's not like directly affecting like your potential. All right. I absolutely could be wrong, but that's how I'm going to explain that. And that's pretty much the last thing I'm going to say. So if this video did help you with understanding your potential and how to use Time Chamber the best, then absolutely do subscribe. I'm still making videos. I'm still trying to figure out how the game works. So if I'm not posting all that consistently, understand that's probably what I'm doing. I am playing the game a whole lot, even though none of my slots are like above level 100 right now. It's mainly because I don't play a bunch on slots that are like over level 95. So yeah, thank you for watching and see ya. Probably watch the next video.